Alright guys,
I know, I'm so sad.
I injured him last time, so I'll save it for Panda this time. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map, the blue Zerg player. Hopefully he could, I don't know, take down the mighty Frozz. It's the blue Zerg Thunderbolt!
And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Gave up 2 weeks ago his series against Pol, generously letting him win. Can he pick it up this week? It is Frozz.
Yeah, Frozz doesn't often lose. What he often does is just allow other players to take his spot if he's feeling generous, so that's quite nice of him to do that to somebody like Polt. To allow him to continue to advance forward.
Unfortunately, though, he just couldn't pull off that 3-win streak.
I don't know, Frozz...
I wonder who was the last person to... I think Nurchio was the last player to win 3 ZOTACs in a row.
I'll tell you, I think Polt could pull it off, though. Like, if there's one person, like... Hyun is another player who would be hard to tackle, but I'd love to see those two face off in the finals one of these events.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this for anyone who's maybe watched this doesn't know why we're kind of joking around here with Frozz. BaseTradeTV's kind of adopted Frozz as our own little meme. Basically, you know, he's the Chuck Norris of StarCraft is what it comes down to. You just don't mess with this guy, especially on the Akalon Wastes. But yeah, Thunderbolt, I'm curious what he'll go for. As Zerg players right now, you know, you see a lot of them kind of, I don't want to describe as crying, but there's a lot of issues right now with Widow Mines, I feel. It's probably the most polite and PC way I can describe that. I don't know that I've ever seen Frozz to date use you know, an abusive amount of Widow Mines, but I will agree that Zerg in general, it's not fun dealing with Widow Mines because you gotta be so careful with your units, and when your main mentality is like, I'm a swarm, like I'm, you know, 800 Zerglings together, that is Zerg. It's really weird to consider pulling one out and microing it forward, you know?
Yeah. But we do have a gas opening here for our Terran player. Most likely this will be a factory follow-up. It's awkward to go for one Marine and then a Reaper. It used to be popular a little bit back in beta, but now, builds are a lot more refined than that. Meanwhile, we do have a pool and gas here for Thunderbolt. And I believe that Thunderbolt is actually a German player playing on NA, so interested to see his skill level that he can show us. Meanwhile, 2 Marines meeting up with this Overlord. This will spell death.
Oh, you can't afford to lose Overlords like this early on. Thunderbolt gonna just be kind of biting his lip right now, going like, oh, can I get it out? It's gonna be close. But unfortunately, as you said, yeah, Marine damage a little too good. Frozz, not merciful.
No, unfortunately, man.
I mean, the thing is about Overlords, you gotta consider, when a Zerg player doesn't have a queen out on the map yet, it's not about the minerals lost, it's not about the time it takes to make another, it's about that larva.
Yeah. And that really hurts. He did produce 2 at once, though, so he will have a little good leg up.
Actually,
but Frozz, man.
Panda, I want to point this out. He actually got 0 scouting information for the loss of that Overlord. He hasn't even seen any of the base of Frozz. And right now...
I thought he was going to continue pathing into the Overlord that just spawned. That would have been so freaking sick.
That would be terrible. But, yeah, I mean, like, this is really important because when a Terran player, you know, even if he's got a factory up early like this, when you see the command center on the low ground, you know, it only takes a couple Zerglings to pick off that SCV and be quite harassive and just delay it. Maybe not kill it, but at least delay it. But not seeing any of that, our Zerg players just kind of forced to play in the dark, and that's not fun.
Yeah. I can confirm that it is not actually fun.
Well, we also have roaches coming out, which will be a great way to deal with these Hellions, but the Hellions are out fairly early, and these drones, they've only got queens to protect them for the time being.
Yeah, see, it's a little bit of a risk. You're in that intermediary stage. You don't have speed, you don't have Zerglings out in the field. You're like, my queens can hold, easy peasy. But then, 2 Hellions come in, and they roast all of your
that drone transfer, Panda!
GG. GG!
Oh, delicious and horrifying all at the same time.
And we do have Marauder production behind this. He has yet to scout the Roach Warren, but this is a very good choice.
Oh, Thunderbolt, don't pull your drones! Okay, spread them out, yes, there you go.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, if there's one not good way to respond to Hellions, it's by clumping up your workers.
That is true.
But the spread here from Thunderbolt actually quite nice, minimizing the losses, and it could be much worse than they currently are, but oh! If this Hellion can get 2 more! Nice. Haven't even picked off 8 for the cost of 2 Hellions so far. Frozz couldn't be more proud. 9 might even get 1 more. Look at this queen is struggling to keep up. A couple more shots will go off, but the roaches are finally here to defend. And man,
he does
Panda
have 4 Hellions outside the natural of his Zerg opponent. This would be a great time to go see if he can roast some drones to the natural, but no, the roaches are out in time to deal with that.
Frozz just being completely abusive there. How many workers? Yeah, a total of 9 workers picked off at the end there for the cost of 2 Hellions.
Yeah. But the Hellions are actually keeping the Roaches back in base because he doesn't have lanes in the field, because he doesn't have additional queens.
And more importantly, speed. He can't. Yeah, he can't afford to be caught out of position. But oh no, the Roach is not on the ramp.
6 Hellions just.
And here come the
main
drones.
Base, all of the drones pulled in a line, layer morphing.
Oh my god!
What's going on right now?
This is brutal to say the least. Getting 18 workers killed now. He doesn't care about losing these Hellions because it's absolutely been worth it. Every single one of them giving their life for a worthy cause. Might even get a couple drones here if he's lucky.
Oh, nice target fire there by Thunderbolt.
Yeah, almost picking off that forwardmost Hellion. 1 single health remaining on it. Oh man, he's gonna definitely get a couple more
20,
drones.
20. Here we go. 22.
Oh, that group up. 23. Lucky number 23. And it does go down. But man, looking at the worker count right now, I mean, our Terran player's not only ahead, but he's caused so much damage at this point. Frozz, well done with those Hellions. Follow up to
the
this.
One thing I have to say though, his stim is so freaking late. Like, he had the opportunity to get stim a good 3 minutes prior to this.
Well, you know what? With the bunker up and several Marauders already on the field, I think he's going to be. He can afford to make that mistake.
Oh, he's going to be perfectly fine. But timing-wise, that could work out a little bit better.
Yeah, he.
However, this is like, if he had stim right now, think about it.
If he had stim,
would be done. He could now go into his opponent's base with 5 stim Marauders and 6 Hellions. Like, that would end the game.
I think he could end the game with what he has without stim right now. Quite frankly, I mean, this like what 7 Marauders on the field, these many Hellions to buffer that damage. I mean,
yeah.
Frozz.
Missing attacks is actually starting here, so we will be seeing Roach Hydra out of our Zerg layer.
If he can get those Hydras up, he might have a chance to still be in this. But if he loses anything else between now and then, I mean, his economy's already so low. He doesn't have a big gas pool by any means. Producing Hydralisks is extremely expensive.
Yes, it's a huge investment, gas-wise. And right now, I mean, Thunderbolt, his layer got finished, but through that, he was only mining off of 1 geyser. Now just gaining access to his additional gas, only off of 1 Evo chamber because he can't afford anything else. Like, it's not, oh, well, he's just opting to spend it elsewhere. No, he can't afford it. He doesn't have the economy to support it at the moment. Meanwhile, Frozz still with an SCV lead. He's getting his 3rd base down. Finally has Medevacs production started, and should be getting a 2nd eBay and an armory relatively soon as well.
I love that Ronsky has created a cooking show for Frozz in the meantime. In Frozz's kitchen today, fried drones with a side of acid sauce. Widowmine actually burrowing might help here, but it's not going to kill these roaches. Widowmines do not one-shot roaches, sadly. He would like to be able to get these into the mineral line. Looks like he's going to get past these roaches, Panda, but speed is done, so our Zerg player will respond to this, but these drones have healed from that last attack. Frozz is going to pick off a couple more, but a lot less effective than previous attempts. Now, we have a lot of Overlords in the wrong spot of the map, I feel. This could be bad. If these rally on top of the Marines, this could be really bad. But
no, he's going for a drop.
Did he get Pneumatized Carapace?
Yes, yeah, this is just... Oh no, he doesn't actually have drop yet.
Yeah, he's got the Pneumatized Carapace. I didn't think he had the other part.
Yeah, he doesn't have Ventral Sacs. So, awkward.
Well, you know what? This could also just be to soak damage. I think he's going to use them to just kind of buffer some of the damage off.
Interesting, considering he has the 3rd base down and just made a wave of drones.
Yeah, look at this. Frozz going to kind of get caught.
No, yeah, see, this is why...
You don't do this. Yeah. Silly. I mean, it's a good idea conceptually, but in practice, we can see it's not.
I like the thought of it. Execution.
Oh, definitely. Big props to Thunderbolt for trying it.
Baneling Nest following this up. He should have Baneling Speed started the second that finishes, but you know, no later. When
you've invested so much gas and energy into roaches and ranged weapons, making a swap to Banelings back like this, not always a fun choice.
Banelings, the good thing about Banelings is they do damage regardless.
Yeah.
He did have a pretty big investment in just getting that initial Evo chamber and researching +1 missile attacks.
Panda. 3rd base. Counting down, guys. Indeed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not going to get that many kills, but...
Boom.
Ooh, gets 2 kills. Not too bad.
Not bad. And here's that stim follow-up. Is he just going to pick up everything?
Oh, he picked up, but... Wrong medevac moving forward.
It's a fake, man. Frozz does not make mistakes.
No, yeah, you're right. He was faking us out as the casters.
Snap.
Because, yeah, I don't know. My bad, guys. I don't know why I thought Frozz would have made a mistake like that. Clearly would never happen, but... Bane speed on the way. It's not going to be here for this engage, sadly.
Complete, though, and he desperately
and the Roach is getting caught. But there's a drop in the main at the same time, but Frozz is going to take the fight at the front. pulling his medevac back, actually, questioning this decision. But again, Frozz doesn't make mistakes, guys. That medevac scared him into a GG.
It's true, man.